Is the pump we've seen over the last few weeks just a massive bull trap? That is what was asked by a couple of my Discord users today in Discord. And, well, it got me thinking. I really haven't done a really in-depth high time frame analysis on Bitcoin to show you what the conditions are to validate or invalidate whether or not we are in a massive bull trap. It's a very good video to do. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into that. So on this video, like I was saying, we are gonna show you all the signs to look for just to know whether or not this is just a dead cat bounce or a bull trap before a continuation downward. Now, before I do get into this, I want to make it very clear to you guys. I'm about to start traveling cross country this week, so I'm going to try to upload videos, but no promises on whether or not I'm actually able to do so or not. Especially, I don't know if I'll have the same quality as I do right now. Now, make sure to join my Discord and make sure to join my Twitter because I will be posting updates on there no matter what the condition is while I'm out in the field. So let's go ahead and dive right in. You probably have seen this chart before if you've been a part of this channel for the last few weeks. It's right here. I can show you guys real quick. It's my 4 key levels to know that the 4 key levels to actually have a continuation up. The 4 key levels you need to watch to know if the bull run is continuing, okay? And we've been going step by step. You on Discord or Twitter, I've been keeping you guys up to date on what these levels are and why they are so important. And I have that full video, so I'm not going to go in too much detail, but step 1 is going to be my weekly breaker, okay? We came up here, we got above it. It was also the July open. My step 2 is the 200 moving average. Okay, as you guys can see, the interaction we've had so far, we came up here and tested it, went above, and now we've actually done a retest of it today. Looks very, very good. Step 3 is 2 things. Number 1 is the CME gap, and it's also this daily breaker, right? The CME gap and the daily breaker. Get above there. Then we target our 3-day point of breakdown. 3-day point of breakdown. Why it's so important is the last up candle before this massive, massive drop we saw all throughout May. Now, once we get above step 4, then I'm confident that this is absolutely not a bear or not a bull trap, and we will continue high. And then you can start targeting those really, really high targets like 70, 100, 150, 200, $300,000 price targets, right? However, until we get above step 4, you have to use caution in the market. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. This was a massive show of weakness, okay? It's a really, really big drop. So because we have this really big drop, we have to assume that this holds a lot of significance. And good traders know you buy into strength and you sell at shows of weaknesses, right? And this is absolutely a show of weakness. So we want to make sure that we are de-risking as we're going up in this potential bull trap or a dead cat bounce. Now, other things that we're looking for, let me go to the BLX chart and give you an idea. Other things we're looking for as well, not only those levels, is our Fibonacci retracement levels, right? So you go up here, bring it back down, and you want to take note of where the major levels are at. The most important levels on this chart is right here. And this is the one that I'm going to be taking a lot of position off if we get there. And that's going to be between the 618 to the 702. Okay, 618 to the 702. You guys can see the retracement level, right? This is a very, very significant level, okay? Even though it doesn't look like it may not be significant without having any sort of like breakers or horizontal lines, whatever, I assure you there will be a ton of people taking a lot of profit if / when we get to this level. So you need to make sure that you are preparing. If we're able to get above here, then that's when we're going to be targeting our 3-day moving, our 3-day breaker, and after that, we're good to go. Realistically, though, if we show a lot of strength right here, I think this 3-day breaker is going to get slammed, and it's just going to get pushed right through. But to make sure that we're 100% confident, this 3-day breaker needs to be claimed before a continuation upwards. Now, other things that I'm looking for are the volume profiles, and this is actually a really important one, and one that is not looking that good right now, okay? All the charts have different volume profiles depending on which ones you're going to be using. I think the most relevant ones are going to be Coinbase, and it's also going to be Binance, simply because they are such large charts, right, or large exchanges. And the things that I'm looking for is you want to look at the overall volume profile and see where the volume pops in and what is the chart doing. Now, a general rule of thumb is whenever the volume is increasing while you are increasing in price, that's healthy and continuation is expected. Now, if you are dropping in price on high volume, continuation down is expected. If you are rising on price on low volume, then you are expecting that to be a bull trap and continuation downward. Same thing. If you are decreasing in price, right? If you're decreasing in price on declining volume, you expect it to reverse in price, right? So basically it's going to be a bear trap. So bear traps have low volume relative to the rest of the market. Bull traps have low volume relative to the rest of the market, right? So let's look at this, right? Right here, we can see lots of volume, okay? So this was a very significant drop. Now, this candle also happened to be our capitulation candle, and we had a pretty nice buyback. So I don't know how important this candle is specifically. But a good way of looking at this is look at this right here. This was the COVID-19 crash, and as you can see, we had a drop, but relatively low volume. And when we had the buyback, look at this. We had very high volume. This was a signal to the market that, hey, this buyback is serious. There's a lot of people buying this coin right now, and it is pushing it upwards. This is our sign that we are going to have a continuation. We absolutely did have a continuation, right? That makes a lot of sense. So let's look at our one over here. What are we looking at right here? Well, we had a decreasing volume down here, right? You can see the decreasing volume, and now we've accelerated the upside. But look at the volume. Is it really that impressive? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I don't think it's that impressive. Relative to the rest of the market, the volume is not as impressive as it should be. So, based upon that, the volume profile does not look healthy. That's why I'm still having to have a lot of caution in this market. So, Bitcoin right now doesn't look horrible. It's reclaiming these levels. We're getting above the 200. We're grinding up. We're doing what we got to do. But the one major thing that I am having little problems with is this volume profile. Okay, so if we do get above the 200, we confirm this, we break out, and now we start having a massive increase in volume and it's starting to like ramp up. That's what I want to see. But right now we don't have it. Maybe it's going to appear once we get above the 618 and 702. Is that possible? Absolutely. But the important thing right now is that you have to wait for the market to prove itself to you. And I don't think we've really been proven anything based upon the volume profile. So I'm still having a lot of caution in the market until we get above here, right? Our 3-day breaker, 702, 618, all those main factors. Now, the next thing I'm looking for are any sort of bearish divergences. And this was the main reason as to why I was able to be bearish up here at the top. Reason why you have all of these increasing highs. Let me put my magnet on. You got all these increasing highs. You have this was a high. You had this was a high. You had this was a high. And you had this was a high, right? So we have all these increasing highs. However, each one of these highs also came along with a lower RSI. You guys can see these are matching. Each one was matching. Each one was matching. So we had increasing highs. We had lower RSI. This is a massive bearish divergence that played out on the weekly chart, and it made the price collapse, right? And we can see that. And on the exact same note, you can go back and check all the videos. I was bullish as hell everywhere in here. Why? Because we had a bullish divergence all up in here. So the bullish divergences gave me the signs that we were actually going to be accelerating the upside. And I think it was pretty safe to say we did. So let's go ahead and check out right now. Do we have a bullish divergence or we do have bearish divergence right now in this chart? Usually you want to use the actual candle tops and not just the wicks or like the actual body tops. Let's go to the body top. Let's go to the body top. Right now, today, do we have a bearish divergence? Well, we have that right there, and we have this right here. Is this a bearish divergence? Yes. Yes, it is. So right now, currently on Bitcoin, we currently have a bearish divergence on the daily chart. Does that mean it's going to play out at this point? No. As you guys can saw, we had 4 weekly divergences on the on this chart going up. So just because we have 1 daily divergence here does not mean we're done. But you need to also take note that we are losing strength based upon the RSI. Okay. So yeah, it's not like we're done yet, but just understand that we definitely are losing strength. So what am I going to be looking for to try to know whether or not we're going to be in for some rough times? Well, the main things I'm looking for are loss of key support levels. And the main thing is like this one right here. This is a daily level, very obvious support level. If we lose that, that's a real big show of weakness, right? If we lose this 200 moving average and close below it, would that be a major loss of major sign of weakness? Yes, of course it would, right? Now my main one, I'm still bullish, okay? All the way until we lose this weekly breaker. That might not be accurate right now. I got to reassess maybe, but I think that as long as we hold this weekly breaker, I'm still bullish, and I think that we are going to continue our grind back up. It's not necessarily unhealthy to have a deeper retracement, tap this level, continuation up. Reason why, this is a very obvious level and one that a lot of people are looking for. So it would not be unexpected to have some sort of a crash down here, tap the 35,000 region, and then accelerate the upside and continue our movement upward. It's not unreasonable. It seems scary, and it probably is scary. It's going to wreck a lot of people, but technically that's still a healthy movement. All right. So we'll see what happens there. Now here's another question I get a lot. I'm focused on Bitcoin so much, but what about everyone else, right? What about all the other stuff? I don't even trade Bitcoin, right? I only trade altcoins. I've talked about this in previous videos. Could Bitcoin, or could the altcoins keep going while Bitcoin's struggling or having all these divergences, or even going down here and grinding down here, tapping here, continuation up? Yes, absolutely it can, right? And I've talked about this in other video, right? Right here on this one, the parabolic alt season is here for 2021. This is why, right? In this video, it's a 20-minute video, I go into extreme detail showing you guys step by step exactly what happened during 2017 and the signs that you need to be looking for to make sure that we're going to continue the same path now. Everything still looks fine. So right now, the total 2 chart on the for the altcoin pairing still looks really good. I told you guys this is my key level. This weekly breaker gets held, we're going to continue up. Well, look at that. We're above our key weekly breaker. That is a positive sign. Okay. The next one, I wanted to watch and see if our Bitcoin dominance chart was able to break down from this falling wedge. Well, it looks to me like this falling wedge has broken down, right? And it looks like we're continuing up. This is what I don't want to see. Okay? If we get up here and get above this weekly breaker, that's terrifying for me. That's really, really, really bad. However, it does not look like we're getting that. If anything, it looks like we're breaking down from this major falling wedge, right? Or rising wedge. And that's good, right? No, not only that, but we have this bull flag, or this bear flag that's been established. You take the length of that pole, move it over here, and you can see the potential is massive for this bull run for our altcoins. All right. So the important thing here, guys, is I think we look fine on the altcoin side. Bitcoin, we're in a little bit of a precarious spot. We're showing some weakness, but our alts look great. However, our alts definitely do rhyme with Bitcoin, but they don't have to have Bitcoin, all right? So if Bitcoin drops, you're going to see an immediate drop in alts, right? Especially if it's harsh enough. But that doesn't mean that alts will not outperform Bitcoin over the span of time, and this is exactly what this chart is showing us. So overall, I think we look fine, but I'm still very cautious right now. Make that very clear. Lost the 200 moving average, lost that daily breaker. Those are 2 things that I'm looking for, and that would give me a lot of hesitation in going any long positions, especially on our alts right now. So in general, I think we look fine. Once again, make sure to join Discord. Make sure to join Twitter. I'll be posting on there all the time. No promises this week on videos. I'm going to try. I promise you guys, I'm going to try. But I don't know what the quality is going to be like, and I don't know if I don't know what it was going to look like, guys. So I'm going to give it a shot, though. Make sure to like, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, you're going to miss my videos and all that good stuff. So make sure to do that. Outside of that, I will see you guys in the next video, hopefully very soon. It might be in about a week. So, deuces, boys.